What's up?
Apparently there's a bird in here. I don't see anything.
You gotta open the curtain.
What if he flies out at my face?
I saw it.
There you went.
Did he go out the
Yes.
window? Apparently there was a bird in the room and I missed it entirely. I tried to get a clip of it, but he flew out the window before I could get him on camera. So they said it was a hummingbird, but I don't know. It might have been a sparrow. Who knows? But we are now moving on to cooking for Christmas lunch. I have never made a butt roast before. Aftermath. Chaos and destruction.
I can make the ice cream.
You gonna make ice cream?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you my toy I have. These toys. I can make ice cream. Wow.
Oh, ice cream with your Play-Doh?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so I'm glad I reread it because it's supposed to be fat side up. I put it fat side down, so I gotta switch it. Fat side up, and then we put a little bit of broth in the bottom.
Okay.
Santa is still with us. He hasn't gone back to North Pole yet. What is it, baby? I will, ma'am. Let me get the food in the oven. So here's my winnings. And I also got the stepper thing over there that has been in my wish list on Amazon for like a year. And Chad got it, finally. Not finally, like, I've been waiting for him to get it, but finally, like, I just was never going to buy it. And so he did it for me. And he also got me these, which I desperately needed for my YouTube videos. The storage, the current one that I'm using is, like, full. And so I needed a new one. And I always have a duplicate. I keep two because if something ever happens to one, I have a backup of all that YouTube footage and videos. So it can be kind of costly, I suppose, but I have 2 copies of everything when I have these for stuff. And then I got these for myself because I am starting to build back up like my CD collection, like physical CDs. And I really liked her when I was younger. I still like her, but she hasn't come out with anything new in like 10 years. But I really liked her when I was younger. And so it was kind of more like a nostalgia thing. But I invested in like the first 6 CDs up till like Circus. Just to have the physical like album and everything. And like, you know, see like how it looks, like the case inside and stuff. You know, this kind of thing. I don't know. You know what's funny? Look, it talks about going to AOL. Can you read that? Check out our website. Oh wait, it doesn't say AOL there. It says it's somewhere. One of her albums, it says something about AOL. And I thought that was hilarious. But anyway. And then he got me this book. It accompanies the book I just spent the last year reading. And I picked out a couple books for myself that looked interesting at Barnes & Noble. And I'm really excited about this because I'm getting into watercolor and it teaches you how to paint watercolor flowers. So, and this is from Chad. Another very useful thing that I was really wanting. It's fireproof. And it keeps all of your like important documents and items in it. I thought it was like going to be like hard, but it's more like kind of a bag material. But it was in my Amazon wish list, and I think it's the right size. It's a little bit bigger than what I have now, and I won't have to fold documents in half to put them inside of it because it's big enough to fit the like 8x10 or whatever, you know. So, but yeah, that was really, really, really nice. And I got some things from the kids. Rhett got me this from the school like Santa shop, and he's never called me mom. but he got me this, and I thought that was just, I don't know, it holds a lot of sentimental value for that reason. And then Willow picked me out this mini earrings and necklace. And then I think Rhett said he also picked this ring. It seemed kind of like he wasn't sure who he meant to give it to, but I guess I ended up with it. I don't know if it was me or Grandma that was supposed to get it, but yeah. And I got some reading socks, which look so cozy, and I'm totally going to put them on and read in a little while. But yeah, that's just some of the things I got, some of my favorites out of the stuff that I got. But very lucky lady I am. Chad got an Apple Watch. I don't know, had you been wanting one?
Secretly.
I felt like he wanted a watch, but like he never said he wanted it. I just kind of took a dive for Christmas, and it worked out.
Yeah, and you know my favorite color is pretty much black. Black everything. This is my other OtterBox. She got me another one with a MagSafe case on it.
Yeah.
And she also got me this right here where I can put the watch, let it charge my AirPods and my phone.
Hence the MagSafe case. I thought ahead.
You're too good.
I thought this was the cutest thing from the kids for when he's doing heavy duty stuff all around and outside the house. He won't lose any of his little appendages or screws or anything. They'll just stick right to his wrist. Isn't that cute?
Might I add, every man probably needs this.
We're going to try it. It was pricey, so I'm hoping that means it works, right?
From what I've read, I think this really is the issue. It should help. I think it just moves your bottom teeth forward, so it opens up your airway.
Yeah. To match him, since he's going to be wearing like headgear. I grind my teeth, and I've used these before, but I hadn't had one in a while, so I also got one, and I'm going to try to start wearing this again at night so that I don't grind my teeth. I'm wondering if that will help me with my jaw clicking. I feel like it happens it's begun happening because I grind my teeth.
This right here I thought was very interesting.
Oh yeah, Boiling Springsopoly. It's a monopoly for the town near where we live. There's some things in here though that are like Spartanburg, like the courthouse is not in Boiling Springs. And then like Lake Bowen is in like Inman. Blaylock is Chesney.
Yeah, it's still close enough.
Milliken is, I don't know.
That's not too far from here. It's like past Valley Falls.
Yeah. Some of these I had never heard of. It makes me want to visit them.
Manny's is that restaurant. I've never been to it.
Me neither. Capri's. I'm still waiting for someone to take me to Capri's.
I didn't know we had a golf center. We do need another date night. We've been wanting to go to Capri's for like past 2 years.
Yeah. Traffic jam. Yeah, that's accurate now.
Got a pink one?
Hey, Brett.
Let's start off with a pink one.
All right. Almost ready to eat. We got our pork,
Normal
mashed
steak.
potato.
Okay. Paisley.
Okay. Broccoli and cheddar.
Oh no.
Gravy.
Is this like a hold a normal possum?
Yeah, you can hold it like that.
Mommy,
What?
Mommy, come show the people my house Lotto is having a baby.
Crispy. And we got bacon wrapped Brussels sprouts.
The babies are in the mama's house. It's about to have a baby.
Okay.
Okay, I guess you can show the people what's gonna happen, how he's gonna get a baby.
Cute.
It's a cute.
Welcome to the world. Hi.
Hi.
You cute.
Come back here. Willow, come back here. Willow can do it with one hand.
Don't fall off, ma'am.
Look. Ah. I'm an angel.
Can't believe she's 6. This feels fake. Want to feel it?
Yeah, I also feel like plastic.
The thing about like pine trees and stuff like that is like they survive all winter because they can dry out but not fall off, and they
Yeah,
like
because
can.
they're little prickle things.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
So they feel really dry. I think that's what makes them feel fake.
But during summer, I don't think they're fake.
I don't know. We'll have to try again in the summer and see how different.
Colors all over the floor and real dirt.
Hey there, welcome back. So it's after Christmas, it's December 28th, and Kenley got the wrong Gap set for Christmas. And so right now we're about to go all the way up to the Asheville outlets so that we can return the one that I ordered online and then see if they have the one she wants in store. If they don't, I'm going to have to order the one she wants online, hoping they just have it, exchange it, be done with it. But I'm taking all the girls with me, so it's going to be like Girls' Day, sort of. So I don't know how much shopping we're going to actually do, but I'm sure we'll have fun. So let's go and get that errand done.
You said I would never see you again. Maybe I would hold you then a little bit longer.
Hello, so we returned what we needed to at Gap, and Kenley picked out what she really liked instead. And so we're done with that, and now we're going to go eat at Applebee's.
I tried to memorize what you've told me, everything that you've shown me, making me stronger. Your eyes on my mind. I have tried to let you go, and I'm fighting against the tide.
Hello. It is Monday, the second week of my vacation. I filmed yesterday when we went to Asheville, and it was just really like one thing to the next. I had 3 girls with me by myself, and I didn't film anything but like talking to you in the car and then like some of the scenery. It's so windy today. I keep like thinking like a tree's gonna come down in the yard because it's so windy. It was like really cloudy this morning, really foggy yesterday. The sun came out today, and it was like once the clouds like cleared from the sky, it like brought a whole bunch of wind with it, and so now it's just like really windy. But yeah, I did not do a good job of vlogging yesterday, and I apologize. I don't even know at this point that I'm filming this what clips I even bothered to put in before this, but I apologize. Kenley exchanged what she had for something she wanted, and then we went to Target. I tried to find a pillow sham for a comforter that I have, and it ended up not being the right color, so I went today to the Target here in town and I returned it. I got 2 plain white ones from Walmart, and I'm kind of hoping that they'll just kind of jive. So here's to hoping. They also had my favorite green Tic Tacs, so I stocked up on them. I don't know if you've ever had the green ones. The white ones are my second favorite, but the green ones, divine. So that's just kind of been my day. I'm also kind of like been looking at my work computer today, trying to like make sure that I don't have a whole lot next week that I have to go back to. Just kind of like mid-week check-in, mid-vacation check-in. And then I took a nap, which is very unlike me, but I have learned through my vitamin D deficiency supplementing journey, low vitamin D messes with so much more in your body than you could ever imagine. And I really had no symptoms before I discovered I was deficient. But once you start trying to correct it, it's like your body all of a sudden realizes what it's missing. And immediately, like, bad side effects. But the side effects aren't from supplementing per se. It's because you're still deficient. So you have to keep supplementing until you get better, which took me like, no, not even 6 months, 9 months now to learn. I kept having these symptoms and I'm like, oh, something's not going well with this supplement. I have to try a different kind. Oh, I have to try a different dose level. Like, oh, I have to try like supplementing it with other things, which I have found is key. If you yourself suffer from vitamin D deficiency, please take potassium and magnesium with it, and fish oil for that matter, because it's a good fat and it helps your body. Even if you eat it with a fatty meal, this is fatty, so the fat in this will help the vitamin D to absorb. And then you also want to take K2. Now, there's an MK4 and an MK7, and I'm taking MK4 because apparently it's gentler on your system. Some people get like anxiety and issues with the MK7. So I'm taking the MK4. And then I am right now currently taking the lowest dose of vitamin D3, like 400 international units. I want to build back up to like 2,000 to 5,000 international units a day. But because I had not been supplementing with the potassium and the magnesium, and this kind is the kind you want, the glycinate, that's the kind that you want. There's a couple different kinds. Because I wasn't supplementing with this, I started having episodes of tachycardia, which just means a fast heart rate. And it was terrifying because I didn't understand what was wrong. And I thought it was the vitamin D I was taking. I thought the dose was too high. So, like, I weaned myself all the way down and still had episodes. Came to find out through lots of Reddit boards and Facebook groups that I joined, this was the secret. So, I started out supplementing with this. And all of the advice says, make sure that you are supplementing with this for, like, a good solid 2 weeks before you start taking big doses of vitamin D. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm in the throes of my 2 weeks now on the magnesium. And I will slowly build my doses back up with the D3. So, and there's also B12 that I take, but it's not right here next to me. It's somewhere else, but it's like underneath your tongue and it dissolves. I don't know. But yeah, it's been quite a journey. Sorry for rambling on. If you do not have vitamin D deficiency, you could at least arm yourself with this knowledge that if you ever find yourself in that situation, or you have a loved one that suffers with it, you will now know these things. Because when I tell you, I spent all summer thinking that I had a problem with my heart. I had ER visits. I had an echo done. I had a stress test done. I wore a Holter monitor, and they all were like, you have a couple like palpitations, but like generally you're fine. They were like, yeah, I mean, we really can't see anything. Now I've come to find out that like palpitations and the tachycardia are because of an imbalance of your other electrolytes because of you're trying to take the D3. So I feel like after 9 months, I am finally on the right road to recovery with my D3. So, yeah. Good info to have, though. I hope by telling you this, I save someone from truly wondering, like, what's going on with their health. And, like, I had so much health anxiety this summer. But I'm doing so much better now. So much better. And I'm ready to get back to my weight loss journey because it really took over a lot of my thoughts for a long time. Anyway, so moving on. I am now reading this book that I got for Christmas. I picked it out myself. I went to Barnes & Noble and I walked around for 2 hours and it was the most glorious day of my life. It was Christmas shopping. And I went through the self-help section because I like self-help books. I like to constantly better myself. I always go through like crafts and hobbies and self-help or like biography. Like, I like that kind of stuff. But I went through, and you know, like every so often on the shelf, like all the books are like this, and then all of a sudden there'll be a section where there's one like this. This one was like that. And the look on this woman's face, like she's got that awesome Taylor red lip going on, and she's so confident with her gray hair, which I am now like having gray hair growing out. I think it might have been my years of ADHD use. But I go back and forth between dyeing it or letting it grow out. I don't know. But there was just something about the cover of this book that I was like, I'm going to read that and see like what she has to say about like a fulfilling life. It says, a self-loving and liberated life. I liked the idea of that, like self-love, because I've definitely been struggling with that this year. I feel like I've done a lot of self-development in recent years with boundaries and things that I tolerate and like knowing that I deserve better or not and whatnot. If you've been with me long enough, you know this. But loving the body I'm in today, not as easy. So I'm on chapter 3 in this book, so I'll have to let you know how it goes. But so far, I really like it. She talks about your ultimate you, which is kind of like if you could be like the exact entity that you could be, like in all shapes and forms and whatever that means to you, like go from, you know, who you are today to that, knowing that that is not really an ending place, but more like a state of mind that's forever evolving with you through life. It doesn't mean like there's an end point. It just means you get to a place where you're content with everything, even as you work on things in your life. Happiness through the hustle, I guess. The struggle. I don't know. Something like that. And it reminds me of something that the wizard Liz once said. She said, think of like your best self. And like at every moment of the day, like what would your best self be doing right now? Would they be like eating this cookie? Or would they be like going to the gym? That kind of thing. Would your best self be like arguing with someone like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth? Or would your best self be like, okay, agree to disagree? That kind of stuff. And so it kind of reminds me of that advice. That's the reason that it really drew me to it, is because I had already heard something similar about that, your best self. And I was intrigued to read some more tips and stuff on how to get there. But anyway, half the video is me talking. I apologize. So, I'm going to probably get going and read some before everybody comes home for the day. Because Chad went to work and kids are at daycare and stuff. So, I'm going to get some of this done. And then I have to run to the supermarket. So, I'm going to do those things and I'll come back and I'll talk to you later. Okay? Bye. Happy New Year's Eve.
Now, will we get one?
Chad, you're not wearing your New Year's Eve hat.
Where's that?
Now, will we get one?
She wouldn't keep it on, I don't think.
She has this stuff.
She put it right there.
It looks like a hand coin. It looks like a hand coin. It looks like
Yeah.
a hand coin.
What?
Can I try blowing it up?
You can try. Anyway, so it is New Year's Eve. Usually I do Chinese food, but we're not going to do Chinese food this evening. But we are going to do fireworks. I don't know if they're really all that, like, fireworky. They might just be, what's that word? Fountains. They might just be fountains, which is fine. I love fountains, but I don't know. We're about to go do some of these and see how they look. It's not that it's busted, it's that the balloons are too skinny.
Fireworks. She hasn't tried the pink one. Yeah, she has.
Yeah, I got these balloons thinking that my thing could blow them up. And we can't get them to blow up. I have 2 different stretch balloons for inflating. Inflate with air only. For easier inflation, hand pump recommended. Well, we have a hand pump. That'd be a third way of trying it. Let's see if we can get it to work.
Oh.
You're out of luck. You popped 2 in a row.
I bought.
Miss Lily has her New Year's Eve sparkle dress on.
And then
She's ready.
I got my balloon animal.
Paisley had a dog made. Okay. Do you want one more?
Yeah. Willow's knocked out, but we got her side-looking dog.
Look, Chad made me a flower. It kind of looks, you know what it looks like, Chad?
What's that little thing?
It kind of looks like a cactus that's blooming a flower at the top.
I know I should leave, 'cause you're driving me mad. You burn like a fire. I'm so goddamn naive. I keep coming back, 'cause you're taking me higher. Higher than I've ever been before. Then you let me down again, close the door. I know I should leave, 'cause you're driving me mad. You burn like a fire. Now you're calling again, sugarcoat everything, but it doesn't make it sweeter. We wake up in my bed, I forget what you did, but it doesn't make things easier. You're with my head again. I believe in every word you say, baby. Now you're calling again, sugarcoat everything, but the truth still tastes as bitter. I know I'm a fool, here we go again. I think I might lose it. I dropped